Segment of the week, guys. We are going to be revealing our newest edition of the Heisman watch list. All right, so listen, I know you guys look forward to this every week, and we're not going to waste any time with it, guys. We're going to get right into it. So, this week for our Heisman watch list, we only have three candidates, three people on this list. I know I told you guys it would fluctuate from week to week, so don't worry. Right now, we only have three. And we're going to start from 3 and work up to 1. So at number 3, we have, in my opinion, the most explosive quarterback in all of college football, perhaps the best runner in all of college football despite the position, and that's Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe has 394 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. Though his QBR is only at 70.6, that's merely because Alabama's offense has not had that many possessions on the field, and that's because they're so explosive. They score in 3 or 4 plays and they get off the field. And if we look at Jalen Milroe's rushing stats, he has 22 carries, 81 yards, with 4 touchdowns, with his longest run of 40 yards. So he's accountable for 9 touchdowns already, 2 games into the season for Alabama. And as we start to get into SEC play, people are, and Alabama starts to go up against opponents, like I said, Georgia and Tennessee and Ole Miss and Texas even. People are going to start to see Jalen Milroe perform in those big stages, those big games, and he has a great chance of moving up on this list over the course of the season. So right now I have Jalen Milroe at number 3 on our Heisman watch list. And at number 2, guys, another SEC quarterback. And this guy just putting up great numbers in Ole Miss, putting up great numbers as a whole. And that's Jackson Dart. Listen, Jackson Dart has 795 yards in the season, 6 touchdowns, a 93.5 QBR, which is good for 4th in the country. And if we look at his rushing stats, he has 12 carries, 19 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he's accountable for 8 touchdowns. But that Ole Miss offense as a whole just looks explosive. And Lane Kiffin has done a great job bringing in talented players and recruits and players out of the transfer portal. Ole Miss is going to be a team that has a legitimate chance of vying for an SEC championship. A very top-heavy SEC. But like I said, Jackson Dart now at number 2. However, I am concerned about Ole Miss's defense. And though they are highly proficient offensively, the defense concerns me. And there's going to come a time where their defense is going to have to get a stop in order for them to win a game. And is their defense good enough to do that? That remains to be seen. And if Ole Miss can't finish in the top 10 in terms of rankings at the end of the season, I'm uncertain about how high Jackson Dart's chances are of winning of a Heisman. Obviously with team success comes a higher likelihood of winning the Heisman, and Jackson Dart is going to need the defense at Ole Miss to play proficient and play efficiently in order for him to have a increased likelihood of winning the Heisman. But right now I have Jackson Dart at number 2. And sticking with the SEC again, we've got an all SEC list this week. And coming in at number 1, this quarterback has perhaps the most impressive win of the season so far, going into Michigan and defeating the Michigan Wolverines. And that's Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers has 506 yards in the season, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, 84.2 QBR, which is good for 16th in the country. And like I said, he has perhaps the most impressive victory of the season going into Michigan. And this is the 2nd year in a row where he's gone into a hostile environment on the road and defeated a top 10 opponent. Highly impressive. And Quinn Ewers, like I said, is playing for perhaps the most complete team right now in the country in Texas. A team that has a very legitimate chance of winning the SEC championship. A team that is continuing to get better. A team that has a great great defense, and obviously a highly explosive offense led by Quinn Ewers and transfer receiver Isaiah Bond. And listen, right now, the more Texas wins, the more Quinn has a high likelihood of winning the Heisman. And Quinn looks complete right now as a quarterback. At least at the collegiate level, it's always fairly uncertain how these guys translate to the league. But Quinn has shown complete control over that Texas offense, and Sark has completely handed the reins over to him, Steve Sarkisian. And that's just going to allow Quinn to make more reads and to, obviously make more audibles. And Sarkisian is going to allow Quinn to, be as explosive as he wants to. And that's just going to lead to increased numbers. But right now, I have Quinn Ewers at number 1 on my Heisman watch list. Let me know what you guys think about this list. Am I missing anybody? Would you guys rearrange the order? What's your guys' list right now? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section in the chat room. I'd love to hear all about it. But with that being said, guys, that is it for our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful show. Once again, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay updated on all our latest content that we post daily. And none of this is possible that you guys are fans, so we're just so grateful and honored and appreciative for all the love and support that you guys show us day in and day out. And it's a pleasure to have this platform. So with that being said, guys, we'll be back again on Monday with our NFL show, as well as our basketball show and our college football show. Until then, guys, continue to stay safe, be vigilant, make smart decisions, have a wonderful weekend, and peace.